our 18th lecture, and in this lecture we will learn about what are the different types of inheritance. In the previous session we have seen what is inheritance and two types of inheritance, that is single inheritance and multiple inheritance we have covered. Okay, and in this session we will see multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance and hybrid inheritance. So first of all we will start with the multi-level inheritance. Okay, so in multi-level inheritance, if the class is derived from the another derived class, then it is called as multi-level inheritance. So in C++, multi-level inheritance is a class has more than one parent class. Now you can see the example. There is a class A which is considered as a base class, and class B is derived from A. Okay, so B is the derived class, A is the base class. Now look at the class C. Class C is derived from the class B, and what is the status of B? B is also derived from the A. Okay, so ultimately properties, what are the data members of A is carry forward to the B with the help of B derived from A, and whatever the data member of A and B are carried to the class C. Okay, because we are deriving from the B class and B is the derived class. So the diagram is like this, where there is a base class, from that we are deriving the derived class 1, and from derived class 1 we are deriving the derived class 2. Look at the example C++ program. Here in this program I have created one class with the name student with one data member rno and two methods, that is getNo and putNo. These two methods are basically used to assign value to the rno and to print the value of rno. Okay, rno is nothing but a roll number of a student. So this is the base class for a student, is a base class. Next is test class, and test class is derived from the student class. Okay, so in this test class what are the data members? Sub1, sub2, that means marks of subject 1 and subject 2, they are declared as a protected. Okay, and two methods are there, get marks and put marks. Get marks is to assign a value to the sub1 and sub2, and put marks is to display the value of sub1 and sub2. Okay, and after that class get marks and put marks की जो बॉडी है, स्टेटमेंट बॉडी, वो हमने वहां पर लिखी हुई है. Next class which we have created is result, and result is derived from the test class. Result is having a data member, that is a total, and result is also having the data member from the test class, and test class is having sub1 and sub2 as a data member, get marks, put marks as a member functions. Plus result class is also having the roll number and getNo, putNo methods also. Okay, how it is possible? Because result is derived from the test, and what is the parent of test? That is the student. So ultimately result can access the data members and member functions of the student class also. Okay, so here result class and the statement body of the display member function is also mentioned here. Here the total is calculated based on the addition of sub1, sub2. Then we have printed the roll number with the help of putNo, marks with the help of put marks, and the total. Okay. Now in the main function what we have done, we have created the object of result. Why result? Because with the help of result class we can get the each information out related to student, roll number, marks or total. Okay, if we create the object of student class, then what will happen? We will have only the roll number. We don't have the marks of subject 1, subject 2. Okay, so with the help of temporary variables, that is n, s1, s2, we have read the values from the keyboard from the user, and then we have passed number n to the getNo with the help of student1.getNo. Then marks we have passed as a s1, s2 with as a parameter of a function get marks, and then we have called the display function. So look at the output. Okay, so I'll execute the program. Before that I'll start my setup. Here you can see this is the program. Student class, test class, then result class and then main function जो है वो. Compile, build and execute. Now I am entering the roll number, that is 10. Marks of subject 1 is 35. Marks of subject 2 is 25. So it will make a total, and then total will be displayed as a 60 onto the screen. Okay. So this the way you are deriving the classes. Okay, you derive from the base class, you derive from the derived class. Okay, so this way you can have a multi-level inheritance. Okay. Now the next example, next type of inheritance is hierarchical inheritance. When the several classes are derived from common base class is also called hierarchical inheritance. Okay, here you can see the example. Class A is the base class because it is not derived from any other class. Okay, now look at this class B, C and D. All the three class B, C, D are derived from the class A. That means there is only one base class. With the help of that single base class, you are deriving the multiple classes. Okay, look at the diagram. There is a base class, and from that derived class 1, 2 and 3 is derived. Okay, so whatever the data member of base class are accessible by the class 1 also, class 2 also and class 3 also. Okay, and class 1, class 2, class 3 are the derived classes from this base class. Look at the example. Here what we have done, we have created one class, that is a person with the three data members, name, gender and age. Means person कोई भी हो उसका नाम, gender, age तो होता ही है. Either a person a student, either a person employee, either a person of a salesman, any type of role of a person. Person is having a by default few features. Okay, that is known as name, gender and age. Okay, so read and print. If you want to assign some value to these data members, we are using get data methods, and if you want to display the values of these three data members, you can use display function of this person class. The next class is derived from the student class. Next is the student class. Now student class is having a institute and level as a data member, and get data and display method. Get data and display method to read and display the values of institute and label. Plus student class is also having the data member name, gender and age also. So if you want to read value of name, gender, age from the student class, you need to call that get data function of the person class that you have mentioned into the get data of student class. Here you can see this person colon get data. Same way, if you want to display the data members of a person class within the student class, first of all you call the display function, and then you can use cout statements to print the institute name and label. Same way, I have created one more class, that is employee. Okay, derived from the person class, and there is a two data members, company and salary. That means now the employee class is having its own data member, that is company salary, plus derived properties, derived data members, they are the name, gender and age. Okay, now to read the value of name, gender and age of an employee, okay, you need to call the get data function of a person class that you have already written the statement within the get data function of your employee class as a first line, and then you have write the get test function or cin functions to read the company name and salary. Same way you are doing the display. Okay, now look at the main function call. We have created two objects, student, employee. S is the object of student class, E is the object of employee class. Then what we have done, s dot get data. That means it will call the get data member function of a student class. और student class में जैसे ही कॉल होगा तो वो क्या करेगा, पहले पर्सन का गेट डेटा कॉल करेगा, उसके बाद जो इतने भी स्टेटमेंट्स लिखे हैं वो एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे. देन द डिस्प्ले फंक्शन जो है वो क्या करेगा, स्टूडेंट का डिस्प्ले कॉल करेगा, उसके अंदर से पर्सन का डिस्प्ले कॉल हुआ. उसका सिंटेक्स कैसा है कि अगर आपको कोई बेस क्लास का कोई फंक्शन कॉल करना है तो पहले आपको क्लास का नाम लिखना है, दैट इज पर्सन कॉलन कॉलन फंक्शन नेम. ओके, देन डिस्प्ले जो हो गया उसके बाद हमने क्या किया, वापस से सेम रिपीट किया है एम्प्लॉय के लिए. तो ई डॉट गेट डेटा एंड ई डॉट डिस्प्ले. ठीक है, तो इसका आउटपुट थोड़ा सा बड़ा है तो मैं डायरेक्टली आपको रन करके दिखाती हूँ. Here you can see this is the person class, this is the student class, and then employee class. Okay, then main function. Okay, main function के अंदर student and employee के objects बनाए और उन सबके respective methods हमने call की है. ठीक है, we'll compile this, build this and execute. So I'll enter the student name as a Rinko. Okay, age is 35, then gender is female, and DSTC, and then BCA 3. Okay, so it will display the accordingly. Here whatever value you are getting, name and gender, that functionality is performed by the get data member function of a person class. Same thing is for display. For employee, again I am doing ABC as a person name, age is 20, gender is male, company name is DSTC, and the salary is 20,000. Okay, so it will do the same. Here the same thing is going to happen. Name, age and gender का जो वैल्यू लिया है हमने कीबोर्ड से और स्क्रीन पे डिस्प्ले किया है, वो टास्क कहाँ से आएगा, पर्सन का जो गेट डेटा और पुट डेटा है उससे आएगा, डिस्प्ले फंक्शन से आएगा. ठीक है, so this is the example of hierarchical inheritance. The next one is hybrid inheritance. Okay, so in hybrid inheritance it is a combination of hierarchical and multi-level inheritance. Okay, now look at this. The inheritance in which the derivation of a class involves more than one form of any inheritance is called as hybrid inheritance. Basically C++ hybrid inheritance is a combination of two or more types of inheritance, or it can also be called as multi-path inheritance. Okay, for example, there is a class A, it is not derived from anything, so it can be a base class for some other class. Class B is derived from the class A. Class C is not derived from anyone. Okay, so class C can be a base class, and class D is derived from the B class as well as C class, and here the B is also derived from the A class. That means D is having the properties of its own as well as A, B and C. Okay, so here the diagram you can see this base class and derived class 1 or 3 derive हुए, and from the derived class 1 and 3 you are deriving the class 2. So according to the diagram, class B is derived from the class A, which is a single inheritance, and class D is inherited from B, and class C, which is a multiple inheritance. So single inheritance and multiple inheritance jointly results into the hybrid inheritance. So we'll see the example how it will work. स्टूडेंट क्लास है जिसके अंदर रोल नंबर है, रोल नंबर को वैल्यू असाइन करना और उसका प्रिंट करने का दो मेथड बनाया है, गेट अंडरस्कोर नंबर, पुट अंडरस्कोर नंबर. नेक्स्ट इज टेस्ट क्लास. टेस्ट क्लास is derived from the student class. That means test is having a subject of 2 marks, part 1 and part 2, and also the roll number access. Plus test class is also having a get marks and put marks functions to assign value to the part 1 and part 2 and to display the values of part 1 and part 2. Okay. Now the next class is sports. Sports is having one data member, that is score, and उसकी value assign करने के लिए, display करने के लिए उसके लिए दो functions बनाए, get score, put score. Now come to the result class. Result class जो है वो किससे derive होता है, test class से और sports class से. ठीक है, तो अभी रिजल्ट के पास क्या है, टोटल तो है ही जो कैलकुलेट होगा, प्लस टेस्ट में से पार्ट 1 पार्ट 2 आएगा और स्पोर्ट्स में से स्कोर आएगा. ओके, नाउ रिजल्ट क्लास के पास आर नंबर, रोल नंबर भी आएगा. वो कैसे, क्योंकि रिजल्ट डिराइव हुआ टेस्ट से और टेस्ट डिराइव होता है स्टूडेंट से. सो अल्टीमेटली रिजल्ट कैन हैव अ डेटा मेंबर एक्सेस फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट क्लास आल्सो. ओके, सो display function of a result class says above total is equal to part 1 plus part 2 plus score, यानी पूरा टोटल करेगा. देन पुट नंबर से क्या करेगा, रोल नंबर प्रिंट करेगा स्क्रीन पे. पुट मार्क्स से मार्क्स प्रिंट करेंगे. और पुट मार्क्स किसका है, तो टेस्ट क्लास का. पुट नंबर किसका है, स्टूडेंट क्लास का. और पुट स्कोर जो है वो स्पोर्ट्स क्लास का है. एंड एट द एंड टोटल हमने प्रिंट किया. सो ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया रिजल्ट क्लास का, नंबर असाइन किया, मार्क्स असाइन किए, स्कोर असाइन किया. ओके, एंड देन डिस्प्ले फंक्शन कॉल किया. जैसे ही डिस्प्ले फंक्शन कॉल होगा तो आपका आउटपुट कैसा आएगा, रोल नंबर इज इक्वल टू 1 2 3 4. वो कहाँ से आएगा, स्टूडेंट क्लास में जो पुट नंबर लिखा है वहां से प्रिंट आएगा, क्योंकि किसी और जगह पे हमने प्रिंट का स्टेटमेंट नहीं लिखा है रोल नंबर के लिए अदर देन दैट पुट अंडरस्कोर नंबर. ओके, सेम वे पार्ट 1 पार्ट 2 को प्रिंट करने के लिए एक ही मेथड है, दैट इज पुट अंडरस्कोर मार्क्स एंड दैट इज फ्रॉम द टेस्ट क्लास. एंड स्कोर प्रिंट करना है तो सेम वे पुट स्कोर फंक्शन ऑफ अ स्पोर्ट्स क्लास यहाँ पे एक्सेस किया है. एंड टोटल स्कोर जो है 66.5 वो कैलकुलेट हो रहा है पार्ट 1 प्लस पार्ट 2 प्लस स्कोर की हेल्प से. ठीक है, सो विल सी द एग्जांपल. हाइब्रिड. नाउ this is the student class. Okay, this is the test class, then sports class. Okay, and result class. ठीक है, derived from the test and sports. Okay, now the question, पहले इसको एग्जीक्यूट कर लेते हैं कि रिजल्ट का ऑब्जेक्ट बना है और उसके अकॉर्डिंग सब मेथड्स हमने एक्सेस की. अभी स्टूडेंट 1 इज द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ रिजल्ट. ठीक है, तो गेट नंबर, मार्क्स, स्कोर एंड डिस्प्ले जो है वो कहाँ से मिला हमें, वो सब डिफरेंट क्लास की मेथड्स है. लेकिन कैसे एक्सेस करने को मिला, जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस डेरिवेशन, बिकॉज रिजल्ट इज डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम द टेस्ट क्लास, स्पोर्ट्स क्लास एज वेल एज द indirect derivation from the student also, because test is derived from the student class on. Okay, compile, build and execute. Now see the output. है रोल नंबर आया, मार्क्स आए, स्कोर आया एंड टोटल स्कोर प्रिंट किया. ठीक है, so here the what do you mean by the inheritance, what are the different types of inheritance we have completed. Okay, so whatever your doubt is there, note it down, we will discuss while we do the meeting. Okay, and it is compulsory to execute each and every program at your own, otherwise it will be difficult to cope up with the other topics. Now we will see the access control and inheritance. So while doing the inheritance, what we have seen, we publicly deriving one class is derived from another class with the access modifier public, private and protective. So majority of the examples are with the public access modifier. So how it works with the inheritance. Okay, so a derived class can access all the non-private members of its base class. Thus, base class members that should not be accessible to the member function of derived class should be declared private in the base class. That means, जो base class में as a private declare किए हुए हैं, वो derived class में accessible नहीं है. We can summarize the different access type according to who can access them in the following way. Now look at this. सेम क्लास में अगर पब्लिक डेटा मेंबर्स है तो एक्सेस होंगे, प्रोटेक्टेड है तो एक्सेस होंगे, ये प्राइवेट है तो एक्सेस होंगे. डेराइव्ड क्लास में जो पब्लिक है वो एक्सेस होंगी, प्लस प्रोटेक्टेड डेटा मेंबर्स है, मेथड्स है, वो एक्सेस होगी. बट वॉट एवर दी private data members of your base class you cannot access into the derived classes. Okay, now according to the outside classes, public जो डेटा मेंबर्स और मेथड्स है वो आउटसाइड क्लास एक्सेस कर सकता है, वेयरएज प्रोटेक्टेड और प्राइवेट डेटा मेंबर्स और मेंबर फंक्शंस जो है वो एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते. ओके फाइन. सो अ डिराइव्ड क्लास कैन इनहेरिट ऑल द बेस क्लास मेथड्स with the following exceptions. constructors, destructors and copy constructor of base class, overloaded operators of a base class and the friend function of the base class. ओके, यानी डिराइव्ड क्लास के अंदर आप उसका कंस्ट्रक्टर जो है वो एक्सेस कर सकते हो, डिस्ट्रक्टर ऑटोमेटिकली कॉल होता है, उसका कैसे होगा वो नेक्स्ट सेशंस में देखेंगे. ठीक है, तो वो क्या क्या एक्सेस कर सकते हैं उसके हिसाब से है. Next is when deriving a class from base class, the base class may be inherited through public, protected and private inheritance. Okay, जो हमने पहले प्रोग्राम में बहुत सारी जगह पे देखा है, पब्लिक करके क्लास का नाम लिखा है हमने. ठीक है, the type of inheritance is specified by the access specifier also. Okay, so public inheritance, private inheritance, protected inheritance. Okay, and these three are applicable to that 5 types of inheritance, that is a single, multiple, multi-level, hierarchical and hybrid. We hardly use protected or private inheritance, but public inheritance is commonly used. While using different types of inheritance according to the access modifier, following rules are applied. First one is if you derive with the help of public keyword. Okay, यानी public inheritance. When deriving a class from public base class, public members of the base class become a public members of the derived class. Protected members of the base class become the protected members of the derived class. And a base class private members are not accessible directly from the derived class, but can be accessed to the call to the public and protected members of the base class. Okay, so उसकी जो functions है ऐसे उसके हिसाब से उसके private data members आप उसको use कर सकते हो. So that is about the publicly inherited. The next one is protected inheritance. When we derive from the protected base class, public and protected members of the base class become the protected members of the derived class. यानी base class में भले ही कुछ data members public है, ठीक है, लेकिन आप उसको protected mode में किसी से derive कर रहे हो. अगर derived class है वो base class से protected mode में अगर derive करता है तो उसके जितने भी data member हो, either public और either protected, all will be considered as a protected data members. And the next is private inheritance. Okay, private inheritance क्या होगा? When deriving from private base class, public and protected members of the base class become the private members of the derived class. That means what? मानो कि class B है, उसको derive किया class A से, ठीक है, लेकिन with the help of private access modifier. Okay, तो क्या लिखा हमने? class B colon private A, यानी क्लास ए में जितने भी पब्लिक और प्रोटेक्टेड डेटा मेंबर्स है, ठीक है, वो सभी डेटा मेंबर्स क्लास बी में आते ही क्लास बी का जो स्कोप है उसके अंदर वो प्राइवेट डेटा मेंबर कंसीडर्ड होगा. ठीक है, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द डिफरेंट वेज ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस विद द हेल्प ऑफ एक्सेस मॉडिफायर. ओके, एक्सेस मॉडिफायर यानी पब्लिक, प्रोटेक्टेड एंड प्राइवेट. सिंपल सा कंसेप्ट है. प्राइवेट पब्लिक अगर करते हो तो जैसा बेस क्लास में है वैसा का वैसा आपको डिराइव क्लास में मिलेगा, लेकिन डिराइव क्लास में आपको बेस क्लास के प्राइवेट डेटा मेंबर्स नहीं मिलेंगे. प्रोटेक्टेड वे जो है उसमें क्या होगा? बेस क्लास का जो भी होगा पब्लिक प्रोटेक्टेड, डिराइव क्लास में वो प्रोटेक्टेड ही रहेगा, यानी पब्लिक होगा तो भी प्रोटेक्टेड हो जाएगा. और प्राइवेट वे में करते हो अगर तो उसमें जो बेस क्लास के डेटा मेंबर्स है वो सभी डेटा मेंबर्स जो प्राइवेट है, पब्लिक है, प्रोटेक्टेड है, वॉट एवर द केस इज, वो सभी डेटा मेंबर्स जो है वो डिराइव्ड क्लास के अंदर वो प्राइवेट डेटा मेंबर हो जाएंगे. ठीक है, विद इन द स्कोप ऑफ दैट डिराइव्ड क्लास.